afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network, and welcome to MUFC Spotlight. We've got two wonderful people with me today. I'm going to start with my pod brother. How you doing, my pod brother? How you doing?
Yeah, good. Been a good week. Just what was everything, and when the sun's out, who can complain?
Well, exactly. You can. Well, this one can. I guarantee he'll complain in a minute because that's what he does. They say he's nodding. He already knows. How are we doing, my co-host? How you doing, mate?
I'm a lot better today, to be fair. I was obviously very miserable yesterday, but yeah, I'm all right today.
Good. How are we feeling about tomorrow's game? We'll start with you, Cole. How are you feeling?
I've already told you I'm coming down with an illness tomorrow, so I don't have to watch it. I'm terrified for tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, absolutely terrified. I think this is potentially could be one of the worst and heaviest defeats United face.
Wow, and that's saying a lot because I remember you joined me for a recent one, which we won't talk about, but you did stay with me until the end. Big up to you for that. Brenny, how are you feeling for tomorrow's game?
I'm feeling confident, but not extremely confident, and the reason being is because look, we've won this twice since 2006 in the league, that is, and there's been times where I've even fellow United fans as well I've spoken to over the years. They've even said to me, there's times where we've had terrible sides post Ferguson, and we still couldn't beat them. Regardless of form, and form suggests that we should win this game. But I don't. I mean, I'm not with Coleman the fact that it's going to be utter annihilation. If we win this game, I think it'll probably be maybe by two clear goals.
Yeah. Look, I said to Coleman before we went on that it's still United versus Arsenal. I don't care what form either of us are in. It's still United versus Arsenal. So I'm not overly confident. Would I like a reverse scoreline that we had a few years ago? Of course I would, but I don't think that will happen, if I'm honest. I think it will be tough. If Rashford is fit, we all know Rashford turns up against us. He always bloody does. He's a pain in our arse. But let's get into the comments. Luke saying, evening, Bobby, Brenny, and Cole.
Hey,
Luke. Hi, it's the most favourite people on YouTube are going for... Oh, okay. Dermot's already getting it.
All right, Dermo.
All right, Dermot, I've written it down. I've got a bottle of alcohol handy for tomorrow, says BX. Yes, we won today. Burnley 2-1. Well done. You relegated Burnley. Despite City winning, I am still pumped for tomorrow. Not often at all are we the favourites going to Old Trafford. Very true, but it's still United versus Arsenal. Anything can happen. It only takes one stupid decision from a ref. Trust me, it happens.
Yep.
It changes the whole game, so you never know. Let's see what happens. But Cole, obviously, I don't think you have done a preview with me before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done a couple.
Yeah. Obviously, the challenge is slightly different today. I've been nice to Cole, to be fair. To pick 5 United players would be a bit tricky. So I have gone retro, so look forward to that because the retro challenge will come up at the end of the show. Right, heads-to-heads. I might have tuned into Cole's preview. He might have gone slightly similar to what I may do. He's got that little smile going. But anyway, since the start of the Premier League, we have played them 63 times, 18 draws, 26 Man United wins, 18 at home, 8 away, 19 Arsenal wins, 15 at home, 4 away. Recent form, well, there we go. All I would say, people, is do a both teams to score bet. Because it does seem to happen quite a lot. And maybe a plus, what is it, 1.5 or something, over 1.5.
Yeah.
It's probably worth a little bit. Because look at that. That's madness. And United, with all due respect, haven't been great for quite a few years. Arsenal haven't been great for a few years, but when it comes to us two playing, my God, do we put the game on? So yeah, it's one of those mad ones, isn't it? Form guide, Colm, you might want to look away now, mate. We all know what Arsenal have done. It's all there, clearance that you can see. Man United obviously got slightly beaten by Crystal Palace on Monday night. I'm being kind to you here, Colm. I'm being kind. And Forest have just scored, by the way, so it's now 2-1. Man United drew with Burnley. They beat Sheffield United, which definitely cheered Colm up, because if you might have not been on stream for about a week if Sheffield United beat you.
I would have closed my whole channel down and I would have been gone.
Man United drew with Bournemouth, and I'll be honest, they were lucky to get a draw that game, because I remember doing that one. They were lucky. But I will waver that with the Liverpool performance, because when you've played Liverpool, and this is what worries me about tomorrow, you do turn up. That was a good performance against Liverpool twice as well. The FA Cup, that was brilliant. That was a proper Man U performance there.
About time. Was for a proper Man U performance.
But overall, what have you made of your recent form?
Not good enough. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not good enough, I think is the best way to put it, to be fair. I know injuries come into things, but I'm not going to use injuries as a excuse. The players just haven't been good enough.
Yeah, what have you made of it, Bobby?
What's that? United's form?
Obviously, we know our form.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know what? I think it's really. I just find it baffling with their form and the players that they have, and it's like with the manager. I mean, it seems like does he even have a plan A? I mean, what's crazy is what's happened in Ten Hag's first season compared to the second season is just baffling. I think it's like, wow. I mean, yeah, as Arsenal fans, yeah, we like to see it because we were in the mud a few years ago, and United fans are battering us. Yes. But you know what I mean. But when I look at the form in the last few games, I look at United as well. They're one of the most inconsistent side in the Premier League. I mean, the fact that Liverpool haven't beaten them in 3 games, they've done the double over Aston Villa. They tend to. It's when they want to turn up, they turn up, and I feel, regardless of the result tomorrow, I feel they'll turn up.
Yeah, I do.
I just feel they will, but I just find their form quite baffling. And can United turn it around next season? Of course they can. You know what I mean? They can. It's for me. It's just a throwback to the United side of the 80s, and I remember that. I remember those days, and I even knew United. I went to school with United fans, and they were just, it was a case of they were a cup team, and Ron Atkinson, and then obviously Sir Alex Ferguson came along. But it was like it's like a throwback to the part 70s, 80s, really, with them. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it now. But yeah, I mean, can Eric Ten Hag turn things around? I don't know, but I know there's quite a few United fans want him out.
Yeah, there definitely is. Before we move on, there is a few questions. There's a few comments as well, so we're going to get through the comments. We should win by at least 2 or 3, but Liverpool went there twice recently and couldn't win. But seriously,
that's what I'm saying.
It will be very, very disappointing. Question to the panel: you won Pizzagate, and can Colm confirm Fergie got hit by pizza?
He's on one today.
Yeah, he's on his meds, isn't he? Because I know he's not feeling very well. So get well soon, Dermot. But just be careful with.
Yeah. Yes, mate. Definitely.
Chris saying big up there. Hope you're well. Big up to Chris. Hudson Odoi with a lovely goal. It was quite a good goal, actually.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
the substitutions are just weird as per usual from Poch. Poor old Calm, don't worry, it could be worse. Yeah, it's very
You're
true.
right.
Sport
I could
Tottenham.
be. Yeah, I'll say that.
I knew we were both going to say it, so I beat you because he can come gunny for me now. You see, that's the thing. I'll try and protect you, mate. United versus Arsenal, Tottenham versus City. The final title deciders. United fans will say easy win for Arsenal, but not going to be like that. Will be closer than that. Will be a nervy game for Arsenal, 100%. Luton will be relegated if Forest avoid dropping points today. Yes.
All right.
Big up to Chris from Dermot. Question for Colm: is he Ten Hag out? I already know this answer. If so, would you react? I know both parts of that, but I'll let Colm answer it.
You don't know, my
by the way.
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, sorry, Colm. Carry on, mate.
You don't know how I think, Bobby. It's not like I talk to you every day. Yeah, no, I am very much behind Ten Hag out. It's simply it's just not been good enough. Basically, you know, I know it's not all his fault. I know players need to go as well, but tactically, Ten Hag isn't competent enough to be at a top level Premiership team. In regard to Southgate taking over, I will personally drive to Manchester myself, pack Southgate in a box, and ship him to the farthest continent away from Manchester as physically possible.
So basically, he's not very keen. It not Ten Hag for me. We've had this at Spurs for years. Players have let its fans down, but if you gave a manager time, it will come right. It's all about will United give Ten Hag the time? Arsenal needs to take their chances, which Liverpool
definitely will.
Do. Exactly. Good thing for Arsenal, they're solid defensively, unlike Liverpool. Anything less than a win, and there will be bedlam. For the certain fan people that have attacked United fans attacked Arsenal, yes, there'll be bedlam for that. But for me, I won't be shocked because I've seen United Arsenal games for a very long time, and I know what they're like. I've never got into a game and gone, oh, this is definitely going to be a United win. This is definitely going to be an Arsenal win. It's Man United versus Arsenal.
Do you know what I did? Gentlemen, I did a few years, many. There were times where I was super confident. I can remember it was, Chelsea scored again. And it was, getting mobbed by the fans. So I remember in 89, we had Man United at Old Trafford. It was the beginning of the following season. And when you fall,
problems with Brenny's internet. We've had so many shows where Brenny's internet has not broken down, and it's breaking down today.
It's because I'm on. That's what it is.
Oh no! We've had so many shows where it hasn't been a problem. Oh, there we go. He's back. Is he back?
That's like the first for a while, isn't it? I mean, I don't get what that's about. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, and we lost 4-1, and I was like, what the hell? And I just remember that was it was big on, I think it was on Match of the Day, and it was a featured game, and also it was big because I remember at the time Michael Knighton was coming to take over the club or something like that, and it was just, and I was so gutted, and I just remember the banter I got weeks later when we started a new term of school. So, and then I said to myself, that's when I learned for the first time that when you're the league champions, everybody, there's a spring in their step to basically give you one hell of a walloping, and that's what. And we took a few beatings that season, and ended up finishing fourth. So yeah, that was probably my one and only time. But then it just got to a point where under Sir Alex Ferguson they got stronger and more difficult to beat. And yeah, it's going to be a tough game tomorrow, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one, mate. I'm prepared for it. Ten Hag still picks the players, throwing him and previous managers under the bus. As much as I don't blame Ten Hag, he needs to take blame too. Starting with an equaliser, yeah, well, obviously now they're freed it up because it's Miss Jackson that has scored. For anyone that knows what that is about, it's about the song. I blame Canners totally. This is all Canners' fault. I can't even say his name without going Miss Jackson. It's annoying me. So Canners, thank you for that. Question to both. Honestly, I don't know if Cole, did you see it? What Canners did? No, it's a couple of weeks ago. Canners sent a video, and all I could think was the song. Every time I see his name now, I just think the song. So it's doing me head in. Question to both. Where does Arsenal need to improve? And Colm, where does United need to improve? Colm, where do United need to improve? This could take a while.
Yeah, I'll tell you, how long show? So, goalkeeper, right back, left back, centre back, another central defensive midfielder, right wing, striker. There you go.
There you go. Brenny, where does Arsenal need to improve?
Well, definitely another keeper. And I will take it even if he's better than David Wright because I cannot see Ramsdale staying at the club. A top draw centre half as well, because I don't want to be a case of next season Saliba or Gabriel get injured.
Yep.
Right-sided midfielder come winger. If Gabriel Jesus, if he's still at the club, I won't worry about it because I feel he can play there. You know, from time to time, rotate him and Saka. And you need a centre forward, big time. Need a centre forward. Yeah, for me, the centre forward role isn't dead yet. You know, it's false nines. We need a centre forward big time, and definitely a world class DM if Thomas Partey leaves.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I had to mute myself because the ice cream has just turned up. Oh, no, in our lot, we'll get done for copyright on that.
hey, Cole and I can continue. You can go get your Magnum ice cream week on that. You know? We can continue. Yeah. I know it'll be a couple of minutes.
Jackson adds I'm trying not to sing it in my head. Luton are down anyway, not going to win 13-0 on the final day. No, but it's just one of those, isn't it?
You never know. You never know.
Exactly. In our banter era, I was utterly convinced we would lose at Old Trafford. This is United's banter era. We must get revenge for those days. Michael Knighton shall not be named with Carlisle fans. Put this in admin.
So he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my days. Yeah.
When you were talking about confident, and last time you were confident, I think Brennan was speaking about it. The last time I've confidently said that Manchester United was going to win a game, I was proven wrong because it was actually 2013, and we ended up drawing 5-5 with West Brom.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy game.
Before that game, I was like, "Yep, it's going to be a walkthrough. No worries about it."
Manchester United, on the other hand, have to agree with Colm. Lots of positions. Oh, sorry, Chris, I've missed that one. Arsenal need another left back and another midfielder and a striker. That's it. Goalkeeper is because Ramsdale will be leaving. So yeah, that's why we're saying goalkeeper because we know Ramsdale's leaving. So yeah. It's question: would you take him? If he came back, if not, what player do you want at Arsenal and United this summer? For me, we need CB, centre midfielder, a can. I don't know what a can is, and a striker. Well, what kind of positions a can? Would you take Harry Kane very quickly? No. Brenny, would you take Harry Kane?
Yeah, I'll take him. Bring him back home. I'll say.
Yeah, exactly. Ice cream fans, lots of nonsense. Seriously, go to local shops, says Chris. Big up to Ike watching on X. Guys, do you reckon Spurs will do us a favour? I don't think Spurs will do us a favour. I think Spurs will try and win the game. Because that, as a football team, especially an elite football team, you go out onto the pitch to try and win a game of football. No one goes out there to go, you know what, today I just fancy losing. Because if you do that, I'm sorry, you are in the wrong sport.
Yeah, Andrew want to win that. He'll tell the boys.
Exactly.
All that.
Did you just say there, Bobby, elite football team whilst you were talking about Spurs?
Every team in the Premier League, for me, are elite sportsmen. I'm not saying Tottenham are great. I'm just saying they're all elite sportsmen. Probably, oh God, here we go. Bobby probably owns the ice cream fan as well. No.
Bobby doesn't have a window.
50 million, yet we are chasing after hipster strikers and youth. We need a cold-blooded finisher again. Guarantee Arsenal
we do.
Never, ever, ever do a transaction with Girona. Guarantee it. You all know why. Oh, it's Cam. Cool. Excellent. Big up to In the Clock End Arsenal FC. I love the name. Panel, big up. Big up to you too. If Spurs purposely get beat, they need to be investigated. Well, this is the thing. I find it incredible that people accuse certain organisations of being corrupt, but they think players are going to go out there and not perform. There's a thing called cheating and match fixing, and that's what it will come under. So yeah, it won't happen. I want to win every game. I want to. If Arsenal win the league, they deserved after 38 games. I hate saying that, but I like Bobby and Brenny. Thank you very much, Dermot. But at the end of the day,
that.
Whoever picks up that trophy at the end of the season is the best team over the whole season. It's as simple as that. Whoever it is.
I've been saying all season that Arsenal are going to win the league, so.
Yeah, well, he's been trying to make me say it just so he can clip me.
I've already got it. Clipped. Don't worry about it.
This is my co-host. He's meant to be my friend, but he just picks on me. Right, anyway, again, Colm, you might want to look away because these are the details. And I did compare it, and it's very similar to Bournemouth's details regarding average goals scored, average goals conceded, 8 clean sheets.
We are Bournemouth.
Basically are Bournemouth at the moment in terms of form and how you've been performing, so it's not great. You are in 8th as well. Obviously, we've dropped to 2nd because we all know what happened at lunchtime. Average goals scored for us is 2.44. Average goals scored for them is 1.49, which is quite low for United, really, if you look at over the many seasons. Average goals conceded is 1.57. You can all understand why. They've got no defence. 0.78. Average goals for us, 17 clean sheets compared to Man United's 8. It's mad, like mad. But it is what it is. 1.66 chances created, which is appalling. Now, I've always said you need around about 2. If you're challenging for the top, you need like around 2 chances created per game. You're getting 1.66, which is, again, as I said, Bournemouth standard, which... It's horrendous stats, mate. I can see why you want Ten Hag out because it's not just the situation that you are in with the player injuries and stuff. It's the style of play, the way that he sets up. It's horrendous.
It is. You're right. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. I mean, I did a show with Dermo before ball was kicked. I did a show, and I said when he asked me where I think Man United were going to finish, I said 9th.
Oh, you were one up ahead. So
I said we're going to finish 9th because I could see from last season we overachieved.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, Ten Hag. I don't know what it is with Ten Hag because in Ajax, yes, different league, this, that, whatever. He played really good football at Ajax, and it's like he can't replicate that at Manchester United with supposedly better players. But yeah, I just don't think he's capable of managing in the Premier League. And I know they're not. I know it's nothing to do with it, but I reckon Liverpool are going to see the same issue.
I don't think they will, and this is where it's going to differ. I think with United, I don't think Ten Hag is the right man for you. So don't think I'm saying he's the right man. But you do have one arm tied behind your back with Man United because there's certain players that have to play.
Marcus Rashford.
I'm not going to say certain names, but certain players have to play in your team. So you have to get those in somehow, With Arne Slot, he's not going to have that at Liverpool. There's going to be no one that says you must pick him, you must be playing him every game. He's going to get free reign of whatever he wants. Ten Hag didn't get that. He might if he stays. I don't know if he's going to stay or if he's going, but next season it will be different, and that's the difference. I know that you want him out. I think it's the best thing for him, to be honest, but we'll see, wait and see. I'm going to get onto the injury list, then we'll go back into your comments. Injury list again. You might want to look away, Carl. Right. Mount is out. Kamwala is out. Shaw's out. Varane's out. Lindelof is out. Maguire is out. Malacia is out. Martinez is a doubt. Fernandez is a doubt. Fernandez should be playing, though. McTominay, as far as I'm aware, is definitely out as well, but it's down as a doubt. Rashford, he's going to turn up. Let's be honest, it's Arsenal. And Martial is actually now a doubt, which I was a bit surprised about because I thought he was out for the rest of the season, but he's only a doubt now. But I don't think he's going to be playing anyway, whatever it is. But Arsenal, Saka is a doubt and Tomiyasu is a doubt. Now, I'm going to come to Brenny, obviously, with that one. Saka, I'm pretty sure he's going to play, even if he was one leg missing, he'd probably still play. But do you think we could rest him tomorrow and like put Jesus in there? Do you think that would be a major drop off if we did that with Saka?
I don't think. Well, it wouldn't be a major drop off. It'd be a drop off of sorts. I mean, because with Jesus, he works hard on the right. He could take players on like Saka can, but they're just different players, and obviously Jesus is right-footed, but he's your. Would he be the man to basically work with Ben White on the right flank and put in a lovely cross for Kai Havertz? No, I think he would basically cut in. He'd be what you call the inside forward, wouldn't he? Really. So, yeah. But then, unlike the one thing he can give you is assists, but he won't give you goals like Saka could.
Yeah. And
Saka's been in great scoring form at the moment. I mean, Jesus could have a great game, but he probably won't even put the ball in the net.
Yeah, true.
So there is that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the drop off's not huge, but there is a drop off.
Yeah, no, I get that. Right, let's see what people have been saying. Luke saying Kane going to Bayern to win a trophy only for Leverkusen to win it for the first time, undefeated, potentially is just hilarious. Yes, especially when we all know the trophy he will be getting this season is actually a cannon for top goal scorer.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that. I find that quite funny, personally. But there we go. No, I'm not saying it, but I know that someone's clipped me because I read a comment out. That's literally all I said. I read a comment because someone worded it in a way that I literally said it,
and it's edited to make it sound like you. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Carl, you're just a something. It always seems when we play Man United at Old Trafford, it's a mental block thing. Record, great there. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I look at it, and this is why I'm slightly nervous a little bit, just because we could get there and just everything goes. We've done it this season already at Fulham. We've seen it. We didn't even turn up for that game, and it was a horrendous game to watch. Exactly. Bobby already said no. See, he's trying to do it again there, isn't he? No. Mainu, McTominay, and Garnacho are the threats for me. Talking of that, BX, that is the perfect time for me to talk about my 5 to watch, which I have to be honest was so bloody hard. I'll be honest. It's not even me bantering. It was just they've had a really bad season.
They're all Keith.
Here we go. Right, Dallo. I think he's been one of the best fullbacks for you this season. Colin, will you agree with that?
Yeah, I will.
I've literally had to go to fullbacks for United because I was like, I'm really struggling here.
Dalot is really dangerous though, because the overlapping run he does. That's what makes him dangerous.
Yeah, especially look. I don't think he'll do it, but me and Brenny will know if there's a certain left back playing tomorrow. I think me and Brenny will go, oh god, here we go. It will be that side as well against Dalot. So Kobe Mainoo. Look, he's an extremely talented young kid. I'm slightly worried that you're burning him out a little bit too fast at the moment because I don't think he's ready to play this amount of games that he has. I don't think that was the plan either, to be honest.
We've got nobody else to play.
Exactly. So you forced him to play, and there are games that he doesn't do very well in. But he's only young. Come on. It is one of those. Garnacho, again, he's one of those that he has a great game, but then sometimes have a bad game. But again, I think he's played way more than you planned on him playing, because I don't think he's quite ready for the full season that he's being asked to do. Now, this one was bloody hard because Colm knows how much I hate him. I hate him. He grinds me so much. But Bruno is Bruno. He is the person that I think could get us a red card tomorrow. He could go down, pretend that he's being hit by a digger, squished by a crane, and he'll get a red card for Gabriel or something. That's the type of player it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he gets a red card tomorrow, I mean, he'll be available on Thursday. He'll be available on Thursday, won't he, for the Premier League darts? Because come on, man, that is Luke Humphries, man. Jeez, everyone knows it, man. Come on. It's Luke Humphries.
Jeez. Look, I had my doubts with the price tag. That was my only issue, was the price tag of Højlund. I knew he was talented, but I didn't think he'd live up to the price tag. But to be fair, he has. Again, it's not his fault he's not getting the goals and assists. He's got no one to help him. I've seen him in loads of games where he's absolutely covered in dirt. He's done everything he possibly could, but you get no passes. You're going to screw yourself, aren't you? It's impossible to do it all by yourself. This
is the thing, though, that I've said. Obviously, people, if they've ever watched my shows, hear me rant on about things. But this is what I've argued with plenty of people in regards to Rasmus, because the turnaround saying he's not a prolific striker. He is. When he's given the opportunities, he scored. Champions League, he proved it. Yeah, we got knocked out, but he was the top goal scorer in the Champions League for a while. When he gets the service, he will score. It's just unfortunate that our players don't seem to want to cross the ball into him.
It does love feeling like that. As everyone knows, I now do the battles as well, and it is important to look at. Now, Casemiro, obviously, if he is playing, the likelihood he will be a centre-back tomorrow. But he does win the most duels and do the most duels within the Man United team. He is definitely past it. I'm pretty sure Colin will be very happy to see him leave in the summer. But he is the best one in your team. Obviously, ours is Declan Rice. Goalkeepers. Now, I guarantee Colin's going to enjoy this one. Saves per game is 3.9 for Onana compared to 1.4 for David Raya. It kind of tells you a story there, doesn't it? That Onana has to do saves per game of 3.9. Raya does a saves 1.4. However, Onana has actually saved you some goals, where Raya's actually cost us some. We all know this. We've discussed it, and we're over it. But Onana has saved you some goals overall, amazingly. Cole's just going, no, don't like him still. I never liked him. Right, goals and assists. Again, it happens so many times when I do previews now. It's the same player for both of them. Bruno, for you guys, on 10 goals with 7 assists is your top. That kind of tells you the whole story. But it's again, I'm not picking on Højlund. He's got zero anyone to help him. I feel sorry for the PL kid. I'll guarantee if he was in another team, he'd get way more goals. If he was at Crystal Palace, I guarantee he'll be on 20 goals. Guarantee it, because he's way better than Mateta. But yeah, so it is what it is. Obviously, Brenny, I did ask you for your teams, and you have give those this week. So Cole, you to sit back and just listen to our voices for a little bit, because we're going to have to go through the teams. There are only 8 this week, but we just quickly do the ratings anyway, and then we'll move on to the challenge afterwards, which I know
retro.
It's a retro one. It's going to love it. Okay, Brenny, I have managed to get yours in first this time because I knew you were on the show. So, sorry, Colin, but we're going to have to talk for the teams very quickly. We're just going to give them quick ratings and we'll move on to the challenge. So, Brenny, your team was chosen by Carlos, Barry, Tim, Chris K, Ayo, Ken, John, Cole, Ozzy Guna, and Moss all went with the same team. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Havertz. So, you just don't want to change anything, basically.
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
Definitely not.
What are you going to give it as a rating then?
I'm going to give it a rating of 8.
Excellent stuff. Okay. Let's move on to Anthony, Susanna, Katie, Mohammed, Zaina, Mikhail, Neil, Mark A, Holly, and Claire. They've gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz. What are you going to give that one as a rating, mate?
I'm going with. I'll have to go with 7. Not only because, as much as I rate Timber highly, I'm just worried about. I know match fitness in terms of the intensity and everything else. It'd be how can he handle that? I mean, if he started tomorrow and he had a fantastic game, then yeah, all for it. But I'm going to give her 7.
7, excellent stuff. Let's move on to the next 2. Takahiro, Tom, Glenn, Richard, Stuart, Steve, Matt, Boo, and Canners have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Havertz. What are you giving that one as a rating, please?
7.
7. Florence, Steve B, Karoon, Stefan, Ken S, Miguel, Finai, Dominic, and Satvik have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Havertz.
7 as well.
7. Okay. Max, Tom W, John, Mark, Lorraine, Perry, Kelly, TJ, Lee, and Mehmet have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, and Havertz. Obviously, bearing in mind, I think Saka might be out.
Yeah. 8.
An 8. Excellent stuff. Robert, Colin, Ben, Romaine, Chris, Tristan, Jack, Hugo, Mark S, Sean, and Paul D have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus.
7 for me.
7. Excellent stuff. Andrew, Julia, Leah, Tolly, Paul, Matt H, Albert, Luke H, Lee D, Brezzy, and James have all gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Jesus, Trossard, and Havertz. What are we giving that one?
That's another 7.
Another 7. And finally, Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Havertz was chosen by Ruth, Jonas, Neil M, Tony, Andy, Will, Karen, Ian, the Silver One, and DWTT. What are we giving that one?
Okay, that's a 7 as well.
Another 7. There we go. We've got that through that as quick as we possibly can for Com, because I know Com cannot wait. Cannot wait to do
There's one player missing throughout that whole thing.
What's that?
I noticed it in every single thing. Arsenal's best player, Zinchenko.
I knew you'd say him.
Where's he?
Raya playing for United would have been worse than Nana.
Oh,
in my opinion. I don't know.
I will say, because I know it's going on to my channel and my Twitter as well. All I'm going to say is these 3 letters: DDG.
Well, yeah. He is out of the club and he will be signed this summer, so wait and see where he goes. But yeah, let's get on with the challenge now. I wanted to be nice to Colm because he is my co-host, and I knew that the normal challenge would be quite hard, to be fair. So I chose a retro challenge, but he's probably not going to like me after which one I've chosen, but we'll see. Okay, so these are the teams. Now, I'm pretty sure Brenny will work out what game this is. Colm, I'm not sure because the laugh tells me everything. Colm, you would have been around, I think you would have been probably about 8, I think, at this time. 2002.
Yeah.
I would have been 10. Well, it depends 10. What part. Depends what year, what time of the year it was.
It was late in the year, wasn't it?
So if it was in late December, I was 10. If it was before, I was 9.
Well, anyway, I remember that Wednesday very well.
There you go. Come on, Brenny. Tell me what it was about.
It was the game that we needed to win at Old Trafford to win the league in 2002 and to wrap up the double.
Yes.
That's what we did. And I remember that night because I can remember right here where I am right now. I was watching it with Damos and Cannas came around. We was watching the game and yeah, it was a good night. It wasn't a bad night, actually. And then to add to United's woes, I think Liverpool went above them when they beat Blackburn as well.
So yeah, May 2002. Well done, mate. But yes, obviously Arsenal won 1-0 that night. So now I was thinking because Brenny's on, so I was going to be fair. Actually, I'm going to let Colm choose the 5 United players. I'm going to let Brenny choose the 6 Arsenal players. So I think that's fair.
That's fair enough. Yeah. Why not?
So, but what will happen first? Colm will choose the 5 Man United players, and then Brenny's going to have to fit in whatever we can do from there.
Yeah.
So, Colm, you get to pick the 5 players from United that go into this team. Who are you going to start with first?
Yay. Just because I absolutely loved him. And I really, really did. He was my favourite player of all time, and that's Giggs.
Okay, you want to put him on the left wing?
Yes.
Okay. I have to make sure because you can be a bit versatile sometimes. So your second player, mate. Who are you going with?
Captain Fantastic. Roy Keane.
Okay. Your third player?
God, this is where it starts getting difficult.
Oh, I will let you know. Sorry, I know Luke's just put it in there. 4-4-2. No, it's not. It's going to be United's formation of 4-2-3-1.
Oh, the current formation. Oh,
yes, you know how much I love to switch. So yeah,
yours do this as J.R. Ewing, man.
I forgot about that. Jeez. Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation.
Put Neville in there.
Right, where do you want to put Phil? Right or left? Because don't forget, it's Phil Neville, not Gary. That's why I've put P in there.
Yeah, left.
You want to put Phil?
I always thought he was better than Gary.
He's a nicer person than Gary as well. But there we go. Right, 4th player, please.
Scholesy next to Keane.
Scholesy next to Keane.
No. As the cam.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and that gives you your final United player as
Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy, that's the striker. Okay.
I was trying to make it out for Brenny.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Right. Okay, so there we go. Right, so Brenny, we've got a right back to put in there. Now, bear in mind who came off the bench, just to nudge as well, just because there are two very good right backs there, Laurent and Dixon. So,
well, if it was the Dixon from years and years before, I would have put him in, but it's got to be Laurent.
Okay. Fair enough.
Dixon's...
your two centre backs, obviously going to be Keown and Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still laughing at that. The Dermo challenge. We figured that was so funny.
I know.
With Dermo and Philip, that was the most hilarious challenge I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, I might have stitched up a little bit with that one.
That was great.
I know.
Okay.
EM.
I got three. Is it three players I got left?
Yeah, you got three players. You got a right. Hang on. Let's have a look. Hang on. Oh, I've got 2 seconds. You have got a right winger, a goalkeeper, DM. Yep.
Oh, right winger, goalkeeper, DM.
Yeah.
That is easy. Right, goalkeeper, of course, the legendary Seaman.
Yeah.
DM be Patrick Vieira.
Yeah.
And even though he played on the left that day,
yes,
he could still play on the right, and he was banging form. You got to go with Freddie Ljungberg.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is the team. So I will now bring that up so everyone can see it and take away that, because you are up against 2 other people as well. Just need to find the screen. There we go. Lovely job. Right. So this is the team that Colm, Brenny have chosen. So you've got Seaman in goal, Laurent at right back, Campbell, Keown, Phil, Neville, Keane, Vieira, Ljungberg, Scholes, Giggs, and Van Nistelrooy.
That's crazy.
That's an easy 10.
Yeah. I was going to give it a 12, but you know,
I think it should get a 12 personally.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here, Bobby. Me and Brenny have just made a midfield partnership that nobody's getting through because they're not going to be able to walk.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, it is a mad one. But yeah, well done, guys. That was. I tried to be nice, but yeah, I can't be with Cole because he likes to wind me up all the time. Right, so these are the 2 teams you're up against. Right, so we're going to start with Gary first. Right, so he went with Barthez, Dixon, Cole, Laurent Blanc, Campbell, Keane, Vieira, Ljungberg, Parler, Giggs, and Solskjaer.
That's not as good as ours.
I looked at this and I didn't like it.
Barthez might as well, just not be there. It was terrible.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just don't. I don't want to low score him, but I feel like an 8. I don't know why, but I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I think with the players that he had to choose from, it's like he's tried to just gone a little bit weird with the.
Yeah,
I didn't like Laurent Blanc as a centre back at all. I'm gonna have to give that an 8. Sorry, Gary, because James. I'm gonna keep saying James because he hates being called James because that's not his name. But it is his name. It's his birth name. But he hates being called it, so I'm going to keep calling him James. James.
Okay, James.
So wrong.
James went with Seaman, Laurent, Cole, Blanc, Campbell, Keane, Vieira, Scholes, Ljungberg, Giggs. I like it, but I don't like it that much.
It's still not as good as ours.
No,
no. It's not.
It's the Laurent Blanc. It's going to have to go at 9 because I don't like Laurent Blanc. So yeah, guys, you win because James failed miserably.
But we win.
You do. You just win the challenge. That's all you. You don't get a trophy.
Please, I'm not seeing a trophy at all this season. Just one.
Not with Harry Kane. Mate. You've never seen a trophy.
me and Harry Kane have the same stats this year when it comes to trophies won.
Luke saying that's an 11 spinal tap settings. Obviously talking about your format. Yeah, your team was brilliant. Chris has had a go. So well done, Chris. Seaman, Neville, Keown, Campbell, Cole, Lundberg, Vieira, Keane, Giggs, Scholes, Solskjaer. Now that is a 10. I have no issues with that because Solskjaer.
I've only got Solskjaer. Only Solskjaer's the issue with me.
Yeah, but for a forward, he was very good. Let's take away the managerial part, which is probably.
I'm not thinking about his managerial part. I'm thinking about at this point in his career, he was a little bit second fiddle to Van Nistelrooy.
But he'd always score goals off the bench. I mean, he scored loads of goals. He was so perfect, didn't he?
He was the baby-faced assassin. That's what he was.
Yeah.
Chris,
we don't have that nowadays, do we? We don't normally have that nowadays with super subs.
No, you've got Trossard. He seems to score every time he comes on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
right.
Yeah.
Guys, it's time for predictions. I hate this part. Colm, I'm going to come to you first. Unless he suddenly gets the flu, he will be joining me tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. There's the sudden start.
Mate, I'm available tomorrow for the watch along.
Oh,
100%.
Oh, look at that.
100%.
Oh, there we go. We'll have a big
dear.
Yeah, it should be good.
Colm, what's your prediction, mate? Your heart and your head, because I know that they always differ with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, my heart's saying United are going to win 1-0.
Okay.
My head is being more realistic and saying that it's going to be a 4-1 win to Arsenal.
4-1. Okay, mate. Brenny, what are you going with, mate?
I'm going for a very, very hard-fought 3-1 win. Rashford will score. Kobe Minor will score. One of them two will score. And I know exactly how you're gonna score as well, Colm. You're probably it'll be right. Raya, it's Gabriel to Raya, Saliba. Oh, intercept. Ball's been lost. Possession's been lost. Bang in the net. It'll be one of them, or a silly penalty.
Yeah.
Is Ollie joining us?
No, Ollie.
Because if he is, I'm going to quickly throw money on Anthony to score.
No, Ollie has permanently been banned from watch-alongs, as we all know why. Because I remember you mentioned it the other night on your preview. I think you said because you'll remember that fixture for the rest of your life just for Ollie. Because Ollie, madness. But anyway, let's see what people have been saying. Luke's gone for a 3-1. Chris, you went for 2-1, so I have got that down. So Luke's gone for 3-1, same as Brenny. I need to do mine. I hate these.
54-53.
That's they're your type of predictions, Jesus. I'm going to go for a 4-2 to Arsenal.
Okay.
I think Rashford will score. If Rashford doesn't score, I will probably put that down to a 0 for United. But Rashford is a pain in the arse for us all the time. Quest for the best. Big up to you for watching. I go in for 5-2 to the Gunners. Quest for the best. I like the name. 5-2. Yeah, I can see that. Although, bear in mind, our last 4 wins at Old Trafford in the league all ended 1-0 to the Arsenal, spanning over a period of 33 years.
But also bear in mind,
very true.
Also bear in mind, in those previous games, Manchester United actually had a defensive line.
Yeah, well, this is the thing that I think in my back of my head I'm forgetting. But it's still United. That's the bit that I'm fighting with. Defensively,
do you know what? Shocking. Do you know that stat, right? Since no joke, right? Since 1985, we've only won against United in the league 6 times, and they were all 1-0s.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for 1-0. No, seriously. Look, defensively, you are a shambles. results. We know this.
Yeah.
And if we're on it, on it, we can only see one way, can't we? But I don't. It's United, and that's the bit that bothers me. Because we all said this when we're going to play Tottenham. We all said, because Tottenham have had a few dodgy results, we all said it would be a very easy game. Me and Brenny were spot on. It was never going to be an easy game. We just about got there, and we didn't even turn up.
Yeah.
Both the first half and second half, we were shit. We still managed to win. Just.
Yeah.
We'll revisit this conversation at half time.
Well, this is the thing. We'll have tomorrow at half time. It's going to be great chat between all of us, because we'll see what the first half. I think that's what that will tell me what will happen at the end of the 90 minutes is by half time. I think we'll both know if you're going to get battered or we're going to have the horrendous game that we've had over and over again, where we just about sneak something. We'll wait and see, because obviously the teams will come out at 3:30. That's when Colin will probably text me saying, "Oh, I've really got a really bad cold." But it's one of those. If you play like you did on Monday night, you will get battered by a lot of teams. Like
if we play like we did against Crystal Palace tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, sorry, it'll be 4 or 5-0 before half time.
Yeah. It will be. I'm not doing this as a banter. You know me. I don't do banter.
No, it's simply because Crystal Palace are a good side, but you guys are so much more clinical.
Yeah.
I mean, that Palace game should have been 6-0.
Yeah.
That's
if you compare Havertz to Mateta, I'm not knocking Mateta. Mateta is decent, but Havertz at the moment, my God, is he on form? I'm just thinking who would mark Havertz out of? Because is it going to be Casemiro and Johnny Evans? Would it be tomorrow?
If Johnny Evans is fit.
Because
he failed the pre-match medical on Monday and still played.
Yeah, I know. Because proper Irishman in him. It's just.
Is it Johnny Evans a game show? He could be like a talk show host, in it. Can you imagine if he is fit to play and we'd be like, it's 4:30. Here's Johnny.
Look, I remember doing the score line with Liverpool. Was it when was that? Was it this season or last season?
That was last season.
And I don't want that for Colm again. As much as I'm an Arsenal fan, and 7-0 would be lovely. I just can't. I can't bear it, because I've seen Colm all season. Obviously, I know what happened Friday night as well. It's just I don't want that for you, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're both football fans. We're both friends.
Yeah. Well,
me and you don't do banter. I might take the mick out about you being from Sheffield and stuff.
I'm still home or away. I'm still waiting for us to score 8 against United. Well, because that's not going to happen any time. Because that day was the worst day for me as an Arsenal fan, losing 8-2, and I remember I was so mad. I said Wenger should have been sacked the next day. That was awful. Yeah, so awful that was.
Just give Johnny a pint of Guinness and he'll be all right, says Luke.
Yeah,
we need the goal difference, probably. I'll be quite happy with a 4 goal difference. 7, honestly, it was. I honestly got to a point with the Liverpool game. I felt bad just putting the goal scoring video on.
You could literally see the moments where my soul kept dying.
Yeah,
every single time.
He's my mate. He's my friend at the end of the day, and it's so horrendous. Because yes, I know a lot of people do banter, but me and Colm don't do football banter really. We have a good chat about football, and that's what brought us all together in the first place, is the love of football. So yeah, I don't. As much as at one point I would like the 8-2 back. That I would like it one day, but not this season, because you're going through enough pain at the moment, mate. If I'm honest.
Have it next season, please.
We'll have it next season. This season, what happened with Friday night. If people don't know, he's a Donny fan. Donny got knocked out on Friday night in the playoffs, so they won't be going.
Doncaster, right?
Don't get me started on that.
But it's so because Donny was giving him a bit of hope for the whole season. Obviously, with what's happened United, hopefully Donny would get promoted, and that's all come to the end now as well. So, yeah. But guys, appreciate the love. I'm going to start with you, Brenny, first. Where can they find you, my friend?
Hey, everybody. You can find me on X, and I've got a few Manchester United Arsenal videos like I always do before a game. Past games at Old Trafford, wins, draws, and defeats. And you can find me there as Brenny K74. And you could also find me on Instagram, try and do little bits here and there. And also you can find me on the Armory TV.
You can indeed. Colm, my dear friend, where can they find you?
You can find me over on X. It's FTS and Colm. You can find me on the Full Time Sports Network, is where I do most of my content, to be fair. And you can find me on MUFC Spotlight, the new Manchester United channel that I've just set up. So, yeah, you can find me all there.
Yeah, you'll find us all tomorrow as well, because we'll all be doing the watch on together. But, yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game. We'll see what happens. I think we'll have a better insight once we see the United lineup. We'll see our lineup as well, because if Zinchenko's in there, I'll be honest, I'm fearful anyway when Zinchenko plays.
Sorry, I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of waiting and seeing Bayendia playing centre back tomorrow because we've got nobody else to play.
Wow.
Yeah. It's gonna be one of those games, I think, for you, mate. So
it's still going to be tough. Yeah, it's still going to be tough, mate. Even with the injuries. I mean, hey, Bobby, look how many times over the years, even this season, where we've been up against a side who's missing 8 or 9 players, and we've struggled. We've struggled. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the amount of previews I've done where the list is massive, but honestly, we don't turn up still. And
that's the thing. We have to turn up. We have to turn up tomorrow.
The saving grace for United fans, I'm probably not the only one that's actually thinking it. This will speak for any United fan. Is that Bruno might be back? That is a saving grace for us, because with Bruno, we are more dangerous because he creates chances. Without him, we look like a limp noodle floating around in a pot of water.
Well, you know what? He has to be back because he won in Leeds in his hometown on Thursday night in the Premier League dart, so he has to make his way back to Manchester. Great performance against Michael Van Gogh, by the way. You know what I mean? Great performance.
I'm a Leafs fan, and we once lost to a Zamboni driver who was emergency. Isn't the Zamboni thing the thing that drives around on the ice?
Yeah.
Isn't that a Zamboni driver?
Yeah, that's a Zamboni, yeah.
How? What? How does that happen? What? Oh, Luke, you're going to have to tell me how the hell that happened, because that's just weird.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, what? Tell us in the army chat how the hell that happened, or if there's a video or something. But yeah, just said that.
Definitely.
That's a Carl's thing. Yes, that's just weird. Anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All the best.
Bye.
Have a good night.